Welcome to this club forum. I'm Deborah. My co-host is Christine. We're doing things a little differently for this one from what you might have been used to doing with NATICA because we don't have a set agenda. We're going to have a question and answer session, and I do hope that you've got some questions for me. Otherwise, it will be a very boring session. Okay, you should be able to see Club Forum on the screen in bright purple. Yep, great. Okay. I need to start with acknowledging country. We begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands on which we each gather here today and pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Like them, we're sharing knowledge and learning through talking together, and I'm coming to you from Western Sydney on Darug country. So your host today, I'm Deborah. I'm on the ASCCA board, and I'm also a trainer, a volunteer at Computer Pals for Seniors The Hills. And Christine, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. I'm also a volunteer trainer at Computer Pals The Hills. Fairly recently joined and very excited to be here. So welcome.
Thank you, Christine. Christine's a bit of a guru for me on Microsoft Teams, so she's going to be managing everything behind the scenes while I talk. I'll give you an overview of Teams in case you're more familiar with Zoom than Teams because they are different. There is a taskbar along the bottom of the screen. We encourage you to use chat. You can put your questions about Android in there if you like, or just say hello. If you want to see who else in the meeting, you can click on People. If you want to raise your hand to ask a question, you can click on the Raise Hand button. If you think what we're saying is wonderful, you can click on React and applaud or put a thumbs down if you think we didn't give the right answer. I'll skip through the rest of those, which probably don't apply to you. Here's where you turn your camera off, that camera sign. I'm just remembering in Microsoft Teams, all this is at the top, not the bottom. Zoom is at the bottom. You can turn your microphone off, and we do suggest that you do turn your microphone off if you've got any background noise around you at all, because that's distracting for everybody else. You should also turn your camera off if your internet connection's a bit unreliable, because having less data to upload and download will probably make life a bit easier. You probably won't need to share your screen, and when you need to leave the meeting, the red telephone is where you leave. If you struggle with any of that, feel free to ask in chat or just put your hand up or just holler and we will try and help you. I thought I'd better do a demo of chat. I can't do a live demo because I can't share my own Zoom screen, Teams screen. But if you want to put anything in chat, click on the chat button and this kind of screen will come up. And where it says type a message, you just type your message and then you click on the paper aeroplane, the send icon. So that's pretty easy. I encourage you to use it. Feel free to try it out. So let's try it out by, in chat, if you belong to a computer club for seniors, put your club name in. Or if you don't, put in your location approximately. And if you like, add what you hope to learn today. A few guidelines for today's session. If you could mute when you're not speaking, that will just make it easier for everybody to hear. You can use the chats for questions and comments. Please be respectful of others. I'm sure you will be. Have fun, do participate, do ask questions. And we're going to limit you to one question per round, and then if nobody has any more questions, we'll give you a chance at another question. We are recording the session and we're going to put that edited recording on YouTube. So if you don't want to be recorded, turn your video off, just go up to camera and then you can just click on your camera icon to mute it. And just a reminder that all the recordings of our previous club forums are on YouTube and our channel is called ASCCA AU. So we're easy to find. And we will send a summary of your questions and our answers out to everybody after the meeting because we do have your email addresses, so we can do that. So feel free to take your own notes if there's something relevant to you, but know that we will be sending out notes as well. And just an ad for Natika's next clubs forum, which is on the 22nd of July, same Wednesday, fourth Wednesday of the month, but her sessions are at 11 a.m. Sydney time. My sessions are at 2 p.m. Sydney time. So at the moment, we're doing them fortnightly to see whether there's enough interest in us doing that. Today's topic is Android Q&A. And I just need to do a plug for the Be Connected website. Let me see if I can bring that topic library up. I'm sure if you've done club forums with Natika before, you will know about Be Connected. This is a free government-supported website from the Commissioner of eSafety, and they have heaps and heaps of articles and online courses on all sorts of computer-related topics. And if I click on the Android subject, I think I counted about 70 separate online courses on Android subjects. So this is a great resource, particularly if you're not close to a computer club and you don't have anybody you can go to for support. You can still learn by doing these courses. Let me get back to my slides. Oh, that worked well. So 5 topics, 4 articles and 70 courses just on Android on the Be Connected website. Okay, I thought I had better point out right at the beginning that I'm going to demonstrate some stuff using my Samsung Galaxy S23. But Android phones come in all sorts of makes and models and different versions of the operating system. So when I demonstrate, I can't guarantee that what I show you is going to be exactly the same on your phone. I do believe that if I show you a setting, it is probably on your phone somewhere, and you might need to do a bit of a search to find out where it is on your phone. If you want to check what make and model and version of the operating system you've got, you can go to Settings, scroll down to the bottom to About Phone, and you can see your product name and model name, and then scroll down further to Software and it'll show your Android version. So let me now see if I can, this will be fun, if I can demonstrate that. Are we seeing on the screen my phone, Christine? Yay, that's exciting. Okay, so when I say, can I move this over? Oh, even better. Can I make it bigger? Yes, but then it blocks things out. Let's move it over this side. When I say go to settings, I mean this little settings icon, which I keep on my home screen because I use it quite frequently. And when I click on that, I open up settings. About phone is way down the bottom, about phone. And then it tells me I've got a Galaxy S23 Ultra, model number SM, whatever that is. And then if I scroll further down, I can get to software information. And it tells me that I'm running Android version 16, which is Samsung version 8.5. Samsung has its own version of Android just to make things a little more confusing. So I'm pretty sure that if you do the same on your phone, you will get a different answer. Hopefully it won't be too different from what I use. let's put that away. And yes, we're up for the first question. Is there anybody who would like to put a question in chat, or just put your hand up, or just unmute and shout out?
Deborah, there is actually a question in there. And it's from Patricia, and she's asking about with a Samsung S25, how to link to from Windows to basically link the phone to the laptop.
Okay, the way I do this is actually the way that I was able to display my phone on my screen using Microsoft Phone Link. So, Patricia, is that what you want, to be able to access your phone and make calls and look at messages and apps on your phone, on your desktop, laptop? You can unmute if you like.
Yes.
Yep, okay. Let me see if I can demonstrate this a bit better. I'm going to pull up Phone Link, drag it over there. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, can you see Phone Link on the screen? Yeah, okay. So this is what Phone Link looks like. It's a native Windows application. If you go down to your search bar and type in Phone Link, it should come up as an app. The process for connecting your phone to your computer is a little messy the first time you go through it, because you've got to introduce your phone and your laptop so that they talk to each other. But then after that, the app just sits down on your taskbar, and if you click on it, this screen comes up. And get rid of that, Deborah. And you can see your messages. What I find really useful is I can go to my photos, all the photos I've taken on my phone, and then I can really easily save those photos to my computer. So it's a really quick way to save a photo from the phone to the computer. And I've also got access to all my other apps. So if I want to check my, let's see what, so many apps, so embarrassing, so showing you what I've got on my phone. If I want to check my WhatsApp messages, that comes up as if it was on my phone. So it's, I think, a really useful app and something that everybody should know about. Probably because I've already got it set up on my computer, I'm not going to be able to do a live demo of how to do the connection, but how about I put that in the notes? I'll give you a step-by-step process of what you need to do and email that out to you. Does that help, Patricia?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Let me just close that one down. And do we have another question?
Deb, Barb has reposted about having trouble with message sounds after a phone update. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that was, I misunderstood what Barb said when she initially posted. I thought she meant
right
that
now,
she was having trouble right now, but okay.
Yes.
So, Barb, is it that you're not getting notification sounds, or that you are getting too many? What's the problem?
I'm not getting notification sounds.
Okay. I'll just get rid of this and get out of settings. It's probably in your notification settings, I'm thinking. So this again is still in settings, notifications, and we've got app notifications. Loading. Now I have think I turned all of my notifications off, but apparently I haven't. So all my apps are listed here. And if I want notifications turned on for an app, I can turn it on or turn it off. Most of mine are off at the moment because I didn't want my notifications popping up on the screen while I was presenting. So the first thing to do would be to go and check for the particular app that you're not getting messages, notifications from, which I guess is Messages. Sorry, I hope this doesn't make you seasick watching me scroll down and down and down. But you can see here at the moment I've got my Messages apps all turned off, so make sure that that's turned on there. The other thing is, I guess, notification pop-up style. This is more for the banner or the message that pops up and how it pops up. So that's something else to have a look at.
So Deborah, I'm
Yeah.
getting vibrations, but I don't get any sound with them, even though my sound is on, and I've gone through all of those steps.
Okay. In this case, at this stage, I'm going to demonstrate something else that I do quite often when I've got a question I can't answer. I will ask AI. So bear with me while I go and pull up Gemini. Hi. I had a phone update and my notifications are now vibrating but not making a sound. I have an Android phone. What would cause this? And how can I fix it? Gemini is my new best friend when I have technical problems. Okay, major software updates. Let me see if I can make this bigger so you can actually read it. Can reset sound profiles, alter app permissions, and activate system-level features that silence your notifications. The update might have toggled your phone's quick settings into vibrate, so you can swipe down from the top of your screen to open quick settings, look for the speaker and make sure it's set to sound. But you said that yours was set to sound, didn't you?
Yes, I've done all of that.
Yeah, done all of that. Updates can change how Do Not Disturb behaves. So if you go to Settings, Sound and Vibration, Do Not Disturb, and make sure it's turned off. And
yes,
Yep, turned off.
Yes.
Okay, occasionally an update can forget the default ringtone path, setting your default notification to none or silent. So settings, sound and vibration, default notification sound. And I must admit, I've never looked at that one.
I don't have default. I've got a notification sound, but I don't have a default thing on my phone.
Okay. I might go into my phone and check that and see what mine does. And then what we've already done, check the individual app notification categories. Ooh, this is more complicated. An update might have switched a specific apps channel from default to silent. If that's happening with specific apps, long press the icon of the app that's giving you trouble and tap I for app information. Tap notifications, notification categories, the actual text label of the category, and ensure it's set to alerting. This is very complicated. I will put all of this in the handout I send you so you can work through it. But
Thank you.
I think I will also go back and see if I can demonstrate this on my phone as well. So keeping in mind that depending on the brand of the phone, it could be different for different phones. I need to go back and open up my phone again. There we go. So if I pull this over here and I close that down, so we've got Gemini on the left and the phone on the right. So the first thing it suggests is swipe down from the top of the screen to open up your quick settings panel, which is that thing you get when you swipe down from the top of the screen. Look for the speaker icon. Here we go. And it says tap it to cycle through the modes until it's set to sound. So I tap once and it's mute. Oh, sorry, that's mute. That's on and that's vibrate. So let me put that one back on. Second one, inspect the do not disturb settings. So this is, now let's get out of there. And out of there. Back to settings, sounds and vibration, do not disturb. Where is do not disturb? I've got sound turned on there. Do not disturb. If you don't see the setting in this where you're looking for it, Android can be quite helpful in suggesting other things that are related but don't happen to be there. I've got do not disturb turned off until I turn it off. And you'll notice I've got do not disturb sleeping turned on from 10 at night until 7 in the morning, so my phone doesn't ring while I'm asleep. Third option was verify the default notification sound. So that's going back, settings, sound and vibration, default notification sound. So I think that's notification sound. And I've got a notification sound called hop, which I could change to one of the others if I wanted to. And my volume for that is turned all the way up. So that's something else to check on your own phone. And then, this is where it gets really techie, check individual app notification categories. So, go back. It says long press the icon of the app that's giving you trouble. So if I long press settings, see how there's a little I for information there? I did not know that there was there. Thank you, Gemini. And that takes me straight into the app information in settings for that particular app. And it tells me that my notifications are blocked. And says tap notifications, then tap notification categories. So if I turn on notifications so that you can see the options, and it says tap on the actual text label of a category, for instance, incoming messages. This is where it gets complicated because I don't have an incoming messages. I've just got allow or not allow.
Yes, and that's all that's on my phone as well.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if, and you can see I've got all of my notifications turned on, and sound and vibration is on. Does say configure in messages. So there are more settings here. But I think that's going a bit too deep for me. So let's go down to the next option, which was, sorry, go back to there. Look for mute notifications while using phone. Some newer Android versions include a feature that stops your phone from making loud noises if it detects you're actively looking at the phone or using it. I don't think my phone is that fancy, to be honest. Let me get out of all of this and back to settings. And then we go settings, notifications, notifications. My phone is having a little conniption. It's all too hard.
Sorry.
No, it's right. We're doing a very deep dive, which is what happens when you ask Gemini for an advice, and it gives you all the possibility. Okay.
I think I've done most of these, and I've also restarted, and I still can't get the sound.
That is so frustrating. But you're getting sound for other things, like if you play a YouTube video, the sound's working okay.
Yes, the sound's working fine for everything else.
All right. And do you turn your phone off and turn it on a regular basis?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. So you're restarting regularly, because sometimes restart can be the best solution. Oh, I'm trying to reconnect to my phone. Okay, and then Gemini says if you're still only getting vibrations after trying all of these different options, what brand of phone do you have? Because the menus can vary and Gemini can give you the exact click path. Do you use AI?
No, I've never used it before.
Okay. Well, let me encourage you to try it out and ask it these sorts of technical questions. And if you're really specific about brand and make and model, it can tailor to your specific requirements. My phone is restarting. What a bad time to do a restart.
Thank you for your help, though. I will have a go at that.
That's okay.
And Deborah, there's another question from George,
Excellent.
which I suspect might also require some Gemini querying. So George is asking, how do I shut down talkback in accessibility settings? When it is on, the normal touch procedure does not work. Sometimes it self-initiates. And he has a Samsung A54 with Android 16.
Okay. Before I do that, so that I can demonstrate, I need to enable Wi-Fi on my phone and scan my QR code to connect. This is part of when you're setting up phone link, to go back to the previous question, it will ask you to have Wi-Fi on and it will ask you to scan a QR code, which you won't be able to see me doing, but I am doing. And just bear with me while we get the reconnection going. So much fun doing live demonstrations. There we go, we're back, yay. Put that away and just put that away, and I might leave Gemini running in the background because I think it's going to be quite helpful. Okay, so how do we shut down talkback in accessibility sessions? when it's on the normal touch procedure, it does not work. Sometimes it's self thing. Okay, let's go to accessibility set. Let's get my phone. There we go. Let's go to accessibility settings and see what we can find. Accessibility. So TalkBack. I haven't used TalkBack, so this will be a learning thing for me as well. Make it bigger so we can see. There's a TalkBack provides spoken feedback so you can use your device without looking at the screen. TalkBack can be helpful for people who have difficulty seeing. To use TalkBack, swipe right or left to move between items, double tap to activate an item, and use 2 fingers to scroll. To turn off TalkBack in settings, tap Use TalkBack. There will be an outline, double tap it, and on the confirmation message, tap Stop. There will be an outline, double tap it. Okay, and
So Deborah, I have been looking in the background. Oh, okay. So George just said he realized he had the shortcut on. I was going to say, if you tap on not the toggle, but the actual where it says TalkBack shortcut.
Yeah.
Not the toggle, the words.
Oh, here.
Yes. If you tap on that, there are some options there that allow that to automatically initiate, George. So what I think might be happening is maybe when it's in your pocket or in a bag, perhaps those buttons are being pushed. If you see the volume up and down button. Yes, exactly. I can see your text there. So that might be what's happening, and that's why it's starting itself up.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad we're able to answer that question for George. Give myself a tick for that one. And again, Gemini was really helpful in giving Christine the answer for that one. Okay.
All right. Looks like we have another question.
Excellent.
I'm not sure the first name. It's L. Clark. So I have a Windows PC running Office Home and Business 2024. I'd like to sync this so my Samsung A52 can view it. I don't have a 365 subscription. I'd be happy if there's a reliable way to sync my Outlook calendar to Google Calendar on the phone. There is a way to do that for sure.
Yeah.
So I've actually do have, and I see Russell, I see you've got your hand up, so I'll come to you next.
Okay. Christine, do you want to answer this one?
Yes, I can certainly, although I can't demonstrate it because I don't have but I do use Google Calendar and I also do use Outlook. So basically inside each of those, in the settings, there is a way to say that you want to synchronize it. So
can I bring up my Outlook calendar, my Google Calendar on my PC? Which one would you like?
Okay, so if you go to, I'm trying to just remember where all of that is set up. I'll tell you what, Deborah, why don't you speak to Russell and I will just do this little research and then I'll come back and answer this one.
Okay, cool. Russell, what's your question?
Just going back to the notification questions. The only thing I have problem with sound is on incoming texts.
Yep.
I don't receive many, and I used to always get a few bars of music, and I've somehow deleted that, so I can't tell when new texts arrive.
Okay, so it sounds like the various options that we worked through before for notifications. One of those will probably help. And I'm thinking, where am I in this? Notifications, app notifications. And here we go. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I must get rid of some of these. And then style, sound and vibration. We looked before at, here we go. So I clicked on configuring messages, and then I think it was in here that we chose. That just takes us back there. Bubbles is just the message bubble. Maybe it's in sounds and vibrations. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place.
Are you treating messages as the same as texts and SMSs, or differently?
I'm treating them the same, and I've got several message apps, so regardless of the app, there we go. Notification sound. I'm thinking that this is where you choose your notification sound. And so that was in settings, sounds and vibration, and then system sound, and then notification sound. And this is where you can choose what sound you want to play when you get a notification. And there's a whole library of different sounds, which could include tunes. Does that sound like it might be the right place?
Yes, but how do you know that's applying to texts or SMSs
Well, it's
or messages?
just applying to notifications generally, I think. So any notification from any app. Maybe I need to ask Gemini a question about this. Let me just move you. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Silly. Sorry. Get you out of the road. Start a new chat. And say, on, what sort of phone have you got, Russell?
An Oppo A52.
A52 Android phone. I want to play a tune when a text message arrives. It used to do this and then it stopped. Okay, on an Oppo, notifications for messages are split into different categories, which is why your main ringtone might work fine while text messages stay silent. Here's how to get your tune playing again. Check the app-specific notification settings. Android types different types of messages, like incoming messages versus background syncs, as separate channels. Open your settings app, go to apps or app management, and then go to the app list. Okay, so we go to settings apps. I was wrong in suggesting it was sounds or notifications. Scroll down and tap on messages, which is the official Google Messages app or the default Oppo one, whichever you use. Tap on manage notifications. Look under the conversations or categories section and tap directly on the words incoming messages. And as Christine was pointing out, tap the text itself, not just the toggle switch next to it. and ensure ring allow sound is enabled, then tap a sound to reselect your preferred tune. I don't know whether this will work on my phone. Of course, it's not an Oppo, but let's see what we can do with that. Get all out of that. So we're going to settings, apps. And then scroll down and tap on messages. Down, 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 down. As I said, a couple of message apps. Let's try, I don't know which one I'm using. That one. Tap on manage notifications, which I guess is notifications. We've been here before. Now, I don't seem to have different categories, but perhaps you do in your Oppo phone. And from there it says, look under conversations or categories section, tap directly on the words incoming messages, and then turn on sound and then choose the sound. There are other options that we can, and I will again put all of this into the notes that I send out as well. I hope that that might help you. Does it make sense as far as you can see?
Yeah. Oh, yes, it makes sense. It's just I'm a bit confused because I think different things happen with data between SMSs, texts, messages, RCS, and any other categories of communications. I'm not sure how many there are.
Yeah.
But
so I would go to Gemini again and say, please explain the difference between text, messages, SMS, RCS, and MM. There's a mixed media one too, isn't there?
yes.
Yeah, all this jargon. Text message is the broad umbrella term. SMS and RCS are the specific technologies. So when you send a text, it could be delivered using SMS, short message service, the old school one, MMS or RCS. SMS is the traditional old school technology, travels over your voice network, not the internet. So it works even if you've got no internet access, as long as you've got a phone signal. Strictly limited text and has a hard cap of 160 characters. If you add a photo, a group chat, or go over the character limit, it automatically upgrades to MMS, which is multimedia messaging service, and compresses the photos heavily. And RCS is the modern upgrade, which is more like a chat platform like WhatsApp or iMessenger, but without needing the third-party account. And Google calls this RCS chats. So it sends messages over the internet rather than over your mobile, rather than over the voice channel. I hope that clarifies the difference between them, because that is confusing and people use one term or the other without really differentiating what they are. So in your case, I think that it doesn't matter which method your text message is traveling over, you still get a notification sound, which is controlled from your Messages app. And the Messages app decides when somebody's sending, it decides which channel to use. When you're receiving, you just get it. But if anybody's got a better understanding of this than me, feel free to jump in. It's not just a one-way thing. You can all contribute. Christine, how are you going?
Okay, so what I thought was the answer wasn't, because then I realized that, Liz, you mentioned that you don't have the Office 365, which is the one that I have. So I use Office 365, which of course is in the cloud, so it allows you to link much easier. However, I have done some further research, and I have found there's actually a free little tool that looks like it's legit. There's no challenges with it. That this little tool will actually do that, run and synchronize from your Outlook to your Google Calendar and vice versa. I will put the link into the chat.
Excellent.
So you can have a look there. But reading up about it behind the scenes, it looks like it works very well. It'll only work when your PC is on and running, though, because it does require it to be on. Because your mail is stored on your PC rather than in the cloud, your PC must be turned on, and then it'll synchronize.
Right. Okay, got it.
Okay.
So if you were traveling, for instance, and you had your PC turned off at home, it wouldn't work for you until you got home and turned your computer on again.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, I'll put the YouTube link in the chat or the notes. I'll put the YouTube link in the chat, but I'll also put it in the notes. Do we have any? Oh, hello, Carolyn's got a contribution.
Yes, yeah. So this sounds like a really great option.
Carolyn says there's a great feature in contacts where you can assign a particular ringtone message sound to that particular contact. I find that handy for grandkids, so you look at it straight away. Okay, Carolyn, let's try this out. I can do this. Bring my phone up, get out of all of this stuff. I'll just go home. So I'm going to Google Contacts, which is here, and say that I want to give my partner Peter a special how do I edit him from here?
Yes, I think you go into that part, Deborah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I never do this. And okay. Guide me through this, Carolyn, because you've done this and I haven't.
I'm having trouble just
it's probably
seeing it.
Edit. And
I usually go into the contact, and if you edit the contact, then you can assign the
edit.
And then I think there's a section where you can assign the
birthdays, look at data.
So if you click on the contact, and then there's the three dots down the bottom that say more.
Oh, okay, let me go back.
I don't know whether you can see, or you probably can't. No,
then more. Change ringtone.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, yeah. And
I find that very handy.
now, and we'll have, I don't know, the voyage. We do. Okay. All right, and now when Pete rings me, I'll get that distinctive ringtone. Thank you for sharing, Carolyn. That's fun. All right, it's 2:53. So we've almost filled up our hour. Any last questions? Probably got time for one more.
Yes, it's Russell. I'll try and make this very simple. On my phone, I have Google, and if Google has an assistant which is not named Gemini, there's no app called Gemini on my phone, but if I go into Google, there's Google AI, which I imagine is the same as Gemini. It's just not called Gemini. Can you sort of clarify how you got Gemini? Is that a Gemini app that you have?
Yeah, I think I downloaded the free Gemini app from the App Store, but let me ask, is Google AI the same as Gemini on my Oppo phone? Because I used to have Google Assistant and then there we go. Google AI is the overarching brand and technology framework created by Google. So when you see features labeled as Google AI, it's the overall collection of smart tools and cloud technologies. Gemini is the specific AI assistant. Oppo has integrated Google's Gemini models directly into its operating system. So if you press and hold your power button or open the Gemini app, you're talking to Google's assistant. On newer Oppo phones, Gemini can interact with your apps. And Oppo is using Google's AI in the background for its own AI features. So Gemini is the conversational assistant you interact with. Google AI is the underlying technology. I would, if you don't have the Gemini app on your Android phone, I'd encourage you to download it and try it out. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. I mean, there are lots of AI apps. I've also got Claude and ChatGPT and Perplexity, but I find more and more I'm using Gemini.
Yes, fine. Thank you. I think I'll just check first if the thing called in Google, if Google Assistant is also the same as Gemini.
Yeah. I know, I thought that Google was progressively upgrading. Let me ask this last question. What's the difference between Google Assistant and Gemini Assistant? Because I think Google Assistant is now using Gemini to answer your questions. Gemini will know. Okay. Google Assistant is based on older technology for quick tasks. Gemini Assistant is built on a large language model. Oh, okay, I was wrong.
You want Gemini.
You want Gemini, trust me.
Yes, Google Assistant is it's as Deborah said, it's the older technology, it's the classic, just ask quick questions. Gemini will give you a much deeper response.
Yeah, we could, in fact, demonstrate that, but we're running out of time. And I do want to ask you all for feedback about whether you found this useful, whether you'd like us to continue the Q&A format, because I'd planned the next August Club Forum on the second Wednesday to be about Windows 11 Q&A, or whether you'd prefer a more traditional, me just presenting some topic or other. And feel free to unmute and tell us, or put it in chat.
Suzanne's got her hand up.
Suzanne.
I have a really basic question. Thank you. Today I've learned I have a particular type of phone, a Samsung Galaxy 16, and I now know how to raise my hand.
Oh, excellent.
I am very basic. What's happened with my phone is that it recently updated, and I've got a number of contacts. And what it's done, it's put the favorites up the top. And I've got 3 of them there.
Yeah.
How do I get more there is my question. I've
How
been
to
trying
add,
to figure it out.
Yeah, how to add your favorites. 2:58. Let me see if I can really quickly answer that. If you want to, let's do this. If you want to stay on, Suzanne, after everybody else goes, I'll do this demo. And if anybody wants to stay to see the demo, that's fine. But if you need to go, feel free to go. And yeah, if you could let us know in chat whether you like this format or not, that will help us to decide whether we continue it. So let me bring up my phone again, and this time go to contacts, get out of Peter's contacts. Okay, so my recollection is that to add something to, they can't all be favourites. Oh, they must be.
No.
Okay.
You just need to star them. Yeah.
Yes, so
you've got blood.
It looks like all of these are listed under favourites, and they're not really. So if I go to details, no, that's not how I do it. Oh, there we go. See, when I go to the individual contact, there's a little button down the bottom, favourites. If I tap on that, she's removed from my favourites. If I want to add somebody to favourites who's not, let's add my nephew.
There's an eye down the bottom.
Yeah, click on the eye and then I can tap, that opens up like an editing thing.
Yeah.
Where I can tap on favourites.
Oh.
And when that little star is coloured and I go back, we should see Adam in my favourites list.
See favourites. Do I go into edit?
Okay, let me move that over and see if it makes it better. So let's go back. I'm going to my contacts. I'm going to go to somebody who's not in my favourites and add. I'll pick somebody at random. I'm clicking on the little eye for details. That opens up a screen, and I don't even need to click on edit. You should have a favourite star on that little toolbar down the bottom, favourites, edit, share, and more. Can you see that?
No, I've got edit, share, and more.
Oh, okay. What happens if you click on more? Do you have favourites coming up there?
Delete QR code, block contact, add contact to home screen, but they're already in my contact.
Yeah, so add contact to home screen is something different. It's putting an icon on your home screen so you can ring that person directly. I think I've got Pete on my home screen, for instance, or maybe I don't. I did once. Nah. Sorry, my home screen's a bit messy. All right, what I always do is ask Gemini. New chat.
I've never asked Gemini anything.
Yeah, there we go.
A whole new world.
I can't find how to mark a contact as a favourite in contacts on my, what sort of phone is it?
Samsung Galaxy 16. You've just taught me how to work that out.
Well, it says open contacts, tap the info button, which we did, and tap the star icon. If the star option is missing or grayed out, the contact might be saved directly to your physical SIM card. SIM cards don't support the favourites feature, so you just need to move or copy that contact to your phone storage or Google or Samsung account first. So I'm sure
my eyes glaze over at that point.
Yeah, I know. So your phone has a SIM card and you can save your contacts to your SIM card. So when you take your SIM card out of that phone and put it in the new phone or different phone, the contacts go with it.
Yep.
But if you do that, the SIM card doesn't have this favorites feature. So you can also store your contacts on your phone's storage, like the little memory card inside your phone, or you can save it to your Google account. My preference is to save everything to my Google contacts, because that means any device I'm signed into on my computer or my phone or my laptop or my iPad or my tablet, the Google contacts are available to me everywhere. So I'm a big fan of saving things to Google where I've got the choice to do that. So the next question would be, of course, how do I save my contact from my SIM card to my Google account? And we're going to ask that. And because I'm tired of typing, I'm just going to use the microphone. I can't use the microphone because I'm using the microphone for the Zoom, the Teams meeting, sorry. How do I copy my contacts from my SIM card to my Google contacts? I hope you're seeing how useful it is to use AI to ask these questions.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, now it thinks I'm talking to it. To move your contacts from your SIM card to your Google account, you can use the built-in import tool inside the Samsung Contacts app. This copies them over safely so you can start organizing them or marking them as favorites. Open the Contacts menu. Tap the menu icon on the left side of the screen. Select Manage Contacts. Choose Import Contacts and SIM card. Select your contacts, target your Google account, and complete the import. I will put this in the notes.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
have no idea about a Google account.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you've got an Android phone, so you've probably got a Google account. So let me show you one more thing, which is how to know what your Google account is.
Sorry, everyone else no doubt knows all this.
No, look, I do these sessions with the students at Computer Powers for Seniors, the Hills, every month or so, and we get a wide variety of questions about Android phones, ranging from basic to, oh my God, I have to ask Gemini, I don't know. So no question, no silly, and if you've got the question, somebody else probably has the exact same question. Where am I going? Settings, and I think this is where I'm going. But I could be wrong.
Deb, I was going to say,
that's not
no,
right.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Profile info account ID. So when I go, let me just retrace the steps. I have to do it for myself first, quickly, before I can show you step by step. So I'm in settings. Up the top is my account. I'm clicking on my name and it's taking me into the details of my account information. Up the top, I've got profile information, which includes my account. And if I click on that, it tells me my Google account is, interesting, dmmartin@bigpond.net.au. So on my phone, I'm signed into my phone with my BigPond account. I was thinking it would be my Google account. I can also sign in with my Google account. And my Google account is, I'm thinking that's probably the Samsung account I'm signed in with. Interesting. Maybe I'm misleading you. Christine, did you want to say something while I work out what I'm doing?
No, I have no clue.
All right, interesting. When I go to settings and sign into my account, it
yes, I saw.
Yeah, if I go down to Google Services, maybe. Google Services, that has my Google account. So confusing, if you've got a Samsung phone, you've got a Samsung account and a Samsung store where you can download apps, and you've got a heap of Samsung apps that kind of mirror the normal Google apps that you get on any Android phone. And you will also probably have a Google account, which is how you access all of the Google services. So because I've got a Samsung phone, when I go to my account up here, it takes me to my Samsung account. And I have to scroll down, down, down to Google services to find out what my Google account is. When you do that, Suzanne, do you find a Google account?
I haven't been doing it. I've just been watching.
Oh, that's okay. All right. I'll leave it to you to try that out at home. And then and then you can use your Google account on your computer, where you're signing into, I mean, if you do a Google search and you sign into your Google account there, you get access to all of the Google apps, which could be a whole different club forum, really, about Google apps. Let me make a note to myself about that, because I love Google. I use it lots. Okay, now let me have a quick look in chat and see if there's anything else.
No, nothing else in chat. Russell does have his hand up still.
Yes, Russell.
Oh, I forgot to put my hand down.
That's fine.
Oh,
I
okay,
wasn't
that's
sure.
all right.
How's that?
Patricia asked if there's some way of posting up in advance our particular questions. I did say in the confirmation emails, and I think the confirmation emails, feel free to post them to me at deborahmartin@ascca.org.au. Barry prefers presentations because he can ask Gemini if he gets into trouble. George says Q&A is good, but maybe lead in with a seed topic. Okay, yeah, okay, we can certainly do that. We can have a combination of a short presentation and then some questions. And El Clar also says if you do a specific topic and include the main Be Connected links for the topic. Yeah, okay. And has pointed out that Microsoft has just extended the free extended security for Windows 10 for another year. And Carolyn is typing. Marilyn, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, is the Windows 11 community on this Friday?
It is, yeah.
Because we were going, initially we said the fourth Friday of the month.
I know.
I thought.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll come.
Okay. I'll check how many people are booked in, Marilyn, and I'll email if there's not enough people to make it worthwhile. Sorry, that's a Computer Pals for Seniors, the Hills thing.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for asking your questions. As I said, Natika's got her session on the 24th of July. I'll be running this Windows 11 Q&A on the second Wednesday in August, whatever that is, the 8th, I think. And I will find a topic to talk about and then leave some time for questions as well. Okay.